blind portion of Bharata, the mode of goodness, conditions one to the happiness. Passion conditions one to the putative action, and an ignorance covering one's knowledge blinds one to the madness. Purpose by His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A person in the mode of goodness is satisfied by his work or intellectual pursuit, just as a philosopher, scientist, or educator may be engaged in a particular field of knowledge and may be satisfied in the way. A man in the mode of passion may be engaged in repetitive activity. He owns as much as he can and spends for good cause. Sometimes he tries to open hospitals and give to charity institutions, etc. These are the signs of one in the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance covers knowledge. In the mode of ignorance, whatever one does is the good neither for him nor for anyone.
So here Krishna is telling us how the modes are binding us. Mode
Yeah.
of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So how is the mode of goodness binding?
Mode of mode of goodness or condition wants to happiness or the mode of goodness will bring me happiness. This happiness will be my inner happiness or like material happiness.
It will be material happiness. It will be like kind of you're satisfied, you know. You know, sometimes there's some like we are, oh, sab acha chal raha hai. Everything is so good. My work is so good.
Mm.
Everything is peaceful. It's generally in the mode of goodness.
Basically, it will be like
Yeah,
material happiness.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
material happiness. And then what about passion?
Yeah, in the passion condition of fruitive activities, action. So basically, Rajagun. So in the Rajagun, we will be like what we do, depending upon the that we get. Is it right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of desire. So there's a lot of activity. And one may do a lot of ritualistic activity also to get the results. And then do a lot of charity. So because there's a
It,
lot of desires there. In goodness, there is some kind of a satisfaction. Okay, I'm happy with what I have. Yeah.
mhm.
And in passion, there is a desire. I want more. I want to do more. That's passion. And
Then, wh-
ignorance, I'm sorry.
then what is fruitive action here when Prabhupada says fruitive action
Yeah.
for the
Fruitive
what will
action is
mean?
action which we do that we want to get the result. We want to enjoy the good result. They, they are like the rituals which are mentioned in the Vedas, or they'll be like, okay, I want to do my occupational duty.
No.
Yeah.
So yag and other things will come here.
Also, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, to go to the heavenly planets, you know. One will do yagya. Why? Because I want to go heavenly planets. Why? Because I want to enjoy. So the desire to enjoy is more. So that's why one will do a lot of these things.
Got it.
Not to gain knowledge, but to gain enjoyment. So in goodness, The thing is, okay, I want to get knowledge, and with knowledge to become happy, satisfied. Passion, the desire to enjoy is more. So one will do a lot of rituals for that. Or any activity, any endeavor one will take up
Mm-hmm.
to enjoy. And in ignorance,
Covers the knowledge and blinds one to the madness. Yeah, like
yeah, binds to madness, covers the knowledge. So what one acts is against the scriptures, sinful activity. All
mhm.
sinful activity will come in this category. Ignorant.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on then.
Uh, Rajas, Tamas, Chadi, Viva, Sattvam, Bhavati, Bharata, Raja, Sattvam, Tamas, Chaiva, Tama, Sattvam, Rajas, Tatha. Translation. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the mode of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharat, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and other times ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. Oh, Hari Bol. परमात्मा की जय कांग्रेस यदि भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. When the mode of passion is prominent, the mode of goodness and ignorance are defeated. When the mode of goodness is prominent, passion and ignorance are defeated. When the mode of ignorance is prominent, passion and goodness are defeated. This competition is always going on. Therefore, one who is in actual intent on advancing in Krishna consciousness has to transcend these three modes. The prominence of some of the certain modes of nature is manifested in one's dealing, in his activity, in eating, etc. All this will be explained in later chapter. But if one wants, he can develop by practice the mode of goodness and thus defeat the mode of ignorance and passion. One can similarly develop the mode of passion, develop defeat goodness and ignorance, or one can develop the mode of ignorance and defeat goodness and passion. Although these are these three modes of material nature, if he determines, he can be blessed and by transcendenting the mode of goodness, he can be situated in pure goodness, which is called Vasudeva state. Okay, a state in which one can understand the science of God by the manifestation of particular activity. It can be understood in what mode of nature one is situated. Okay.
So what is Krishna saying about these three modes here?
Yeah, yeah, this one was easy. It's like any mode will be active at one time, defeating the other two.
Yeah, yeah.
And but if a person practice mode of goodness and it is advanced, then he can reach to the Vasudeva state.
Yeah, what is
I think
Vasudeva state?
that
Okay,
Vasudeva
so
was something.
Vasudev state is even, it's higher than the mode of goodness. It's pure goodness. So what happens is this sattva gun, sometimes it's sattva gun, sometimes rajogun, sometimes tamogun, right? Competing.
Yes,
But when one comes to sattva gun and rises above even the sattva gun, comes to the liberated platform, then that is called the Vasudev state, Shuddha Sattva. Then there is no coming under passion and ignorance. Pure goodness. That's liberated platform. Means one has transcended even the mode of goodness. And in that state, one can understand the science of God. We hear in Bhagavatam that how by regularly attending Bhagavatam, serving Bhagavatam, and the person Bhagavat, devotional service, becomes an irrevocable fact in the heart. And as one continues with devotional service, then the modes of goodness, the modes of passion, ignorance, they gradually go away. One comes to the mode of goodness, then one continues with one's devotional service, and then one even transcends the mode of goodness, comes to the platform of pure goodness. And at that time, one can understand the science of Krishna. And is completely understood. That,
and
okay,
is
I'm
it
not the
like,
body. Huh?
sorry. Yeah, and it's completely understood that I'm not the body, I'm the soul. And they're living with that, it's like, right?
That's right. Acting on that platform, acting in that consciousness.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. So for a devotee, he can immediately come to that platform, to liberated platform. He just says, I'm servant of Krishna, I have to engage in devotional service. And he engages in devotional service to please Krishna. So immediately the devotee can rise above the modes. I see there is Sheenam and Neha is also there. Did you
Hare
all have
Krishna.
Hare Krishna? Did you all have
Mm.
anything to say or add?
Mm, no, actually, I wanted to ask whether when we have jealousy or envy, then is that the mode of ignorance?
Envy.
Yeah.
Yeah, envy, mode of ignorance. Yeah,
Hmm. Because it's not even good for us, neither for
yeah.
the other person. Hmm.
It's yeah, it comes under the
Hmm.
category of the demoniac qualities, right? We are gonna
Hmm.
hear divine and demoniac. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Is this
Sorry, your voice is very low, huh?
that word Vasudeva?
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
it the same?
Mm.
Okay. No, actually, sorry, yeah, the same thing. My Hindi words are more feeling to me, so that's why I just want to compare that the Vasudeva state is the same. What we call it in Hindi is like त्रिगुणातीत, तीनों गुणों से परे.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank
Okay.
Okay, so I can read.
Yeah, please.
सर्वद्वारेषु देहेऽस्मिन् प्रकाश उपजायते ज्ञानं यदा तदा विद्याद् Vivridham Sattvam iti uta. Translation: the manifestation of the mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are eliminated by knowledge. Purport: there are 9 gates in the body: 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, the mouth, the genitals, and the anus. When every gate is illuminated by the symptoms of goodness, it should be understood that one has developed the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, one can see things in the right position, one can hear things in the right position, and one can taste things in the right position. One becomes cleansed inside and outside. In every gate, there is development of the symptoms of happiness, and that is the position of goodness.
So what is the effect, mode of goodness?
All the 9 gates in our bodies, those get open, like illuminated.
Goodness, illuminated by goodness.
Yes.
So goodness, how is it the eyes are in goodness?
Like we see the right things,
Yeah,
we listen the right things. Whatever we do it in the right and proper way instead of just sense gratification.
yeah. So it's very Brahman, it's a Brahmanical quality,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
Hare Krishna Shilpa ji. So
Right.
the right things here represents Krishna, right? That we associate with
No,
devotees, like we eat the prasadam, is it not? With the
no,
taste.
no.
No.
Goodness, this is still goodness. It's not
Oh, this is not the
transcendental.
pure sattva. It's not the
Yes,
pure sattva.
no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
goodness.
Okay. So still
So,
it's related to the knowledge and the happiness that we are doing the right thing. What's according to
that's
the
right.
Vedic Shastra?
Yeah,
Right things according to the Shastra. Okay.
yes, following the
Okay,
rules
perfect.
and regulations.
Perfect.
Mm,
Perfect. Yeah. Thank
okay.
you.
Uh, Actually, I have a doubt here. Like, mm, they say either we can take sannyas or we can just remain as a grahast, right? So, how can a grahastha be like that person can remain in the mode of sattva because he has to do so many things inclined towards themselves and their family.
Yeah, and one has to put Krishna in the center. When one is keeping Krishna in the center, then that grahast will be as good as sannyasi.
So how
Like
like
he's seeing
can
his
they?
family members as part and parcel of Krishna.
Hmm.
He's seeing everything in relation to Krishna. And in that
Okay.
way he's working.
What if like many people, even in the family of that person, doesn't understand? This happens most of the time. People around us don't understand what we are doing, like what Krishna consciousness is.
Mhm.
Yeah. So most of the time, they make fun of you. They say like, okay, what are you doing? What will people say? Even in family, mom, dad, everyone, they says, what are you doing?
Yeah, it
Our relatives will
happens.
laugh. Yes.
Yeah, it always happens that initially the
Mm,
families are like, because they see you doing some things different which you were not doing
mm,
before, and it's something very different that they are accustomed to.
mm,
So that's like a general thing which mm, many people in the families are not devotees or they have not had any contact with the devotees, then they do say such things. They do have such concerns. But also
mm,
we also have to understand that Krishna consciousness is a state, it's like it's a state of the consciousness. It doesn't have to be external.
mm,
So externally, you don't need to be arguing or, you know,
mm,
uh, You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like you
get it.
can do your practice by yourself. It's not
Mm.
easy, but it's not impossible also.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like respecting their, because not everyone is in the, have the same desires. Somebody wants to do something else. So, although we may say, oh, Krishna consciousness is the best, so sometimes we may also try to force others to do it, and then they may at that point retaliate. Why should I do it?
Mm.
In fact, even you shouldn't. So certain things initially, all these teething things happen.
Mm.
So you can like find a balance where you respect them, let them do their things, and you do yours uh, in a more
So means in that
discreet.
position,
Mm,
in this position, we are just learning, but we
that-
cannot see the things in the right position or hear the things in the right position. We can just try our best.
yeah,
Mm.
that's right.
Okay.
And try. Krishna consciousness is very gradual for some of us, I would say, or for
Mm.
most of us.
Mm.
Of course, there may be some special souls who are immediately able to completely surrender to Krishna, completely,
Mm.
okay, this is for Krishna. Everything is for Krishna.
Mm.
But for most, it may be like a gradual process, practicing,
Mm.
practicing, practicing.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm, thank you. And yeah, so the families may have some concerns. So you can also try to avoid them to, uh, in the sense, you can engage your devotional service quietly so
Mm.
that they don't get disturbed, so that they don't, uh, again, try to disturb you about it.
Mm. Okay. Hmm.
Okay, I hope that helps.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. You all want to read one more?
Yeah, we can read. It's a small one.
Okay.
लोभः प्रवृत्ति आरम्भः कर्माणाम् आश्मः स्पृहा राजस्य एतानि जायन्ते विवृद्धे भरतऋषभः. Translation: O chief of Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of the great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develops. Purport: one in the mode of passion is never satisfied with the position he has already acquired. He hankers to increase his position. If he wants to construct a residential house, he tries his best to have a palatial house, as if he would be able to reside in that house eternally. And he develops a great hankering for sense gratification. There is no end to sense gratification. He always wants to remain with his family and in his house and to continue the process of sense gratification. There is no cessation of this. All these symptoms should be understood as characteristics of the mode of passion.
So what is a symptom of mode of passion?
Great attachment, more fruitive activities, we endeavor more, and then uncontrollable desires and hankering and no satisfaction.
Yeah,
He's never satisfied in any position that he has already acquired.
yeah, he wants more and more, right?
Hmm.
Wants more, always more desire. So because there's more desire, have to work more, endeavor more. So desire for what? For enjoyment. So all this, so no satisfaction. So this is passion. In goodness, there is satisfaction, there's knowledge. So there's one is kind of more peaceful, there's some sort of peace there. But in passion, there's too much activity, too much desires, too much endeavor.
So is it that when it is in goodness, so like all your nine gates are satisfied in the sense that you know that, oh, you are eating good food, you are reading nice books, and you are happy with what you are reading, with what you are experiencing
Yeah,
with all these nine gates. So, like, you're happy, you are satisfied.
that's right.
It's not definitely pure sattva, transcendental, but it's like, even according to the Vedic injunction, so you feel happy in that, right?
Yes.
You're
Like eating
satisfied.
foods which are wholesome,
Yeah.
fatty, juicy,
Yes.
Krishna says.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And then,
Whatever, like according to the Shastra, whatever is perfect, so it's done in a right way and he's happy, right?
yeah, that's right. There's knowledge. Yeah.
Mm. So then, when you, the prasadam that you eat offered to Krishna, then it becomes pure sattva. So that is transcendental when you connect to Krishna
Transcendent. That's
in
right.
any activity, right? Then that's pure sattva. That's above these three modes.
That's right. Transcendental.
Reading Bhagavad Gita is transcendental, but
Yeah.
reading a normal science book that gives me
Yeah.
knowledge for my exams, that is pure goodness because that will
Not
increase my
pure.
knowledge. Or
That's not
not
pure.
pure. No, not pure. Sorry, goodness. That is
That's right.
goodness.
That's right.
But reading Bhagavad Gita or Srila Prabhupada books or anything, that is transcendental. That is pure sattva.
That's right.
Okay. Like there's a very thin line. Not actually, if the person who's very clear, they know the distinction, but still, it might sometimes we might
That's why I said that
confuse.
it's easier to come to the transcendental platform from the platform of goodness. It's easier.
Okay, that's why there's a thin line. Oh
That's why
wow,
it said it's easier.
thin line. Wow.
Because from
Yeah.
ignorance and passion, the gap is too much.
Mm,
It's not that it's not
mm,
possible, it is possible.
mm,
When one
mm,
is in goodness, one can immediately take up devotional service, but from goodness, it's
mm.
easier.
Wow. Because the distinctions are quite peculiar in those things. Like ignorance, you know that this is ignorance. There is no fine line. And
Yeah,
if there is passion, then this is passion. This is no, but goodness and pure sattva are very thin line. So it's easy to come from that platform to that rise to that platform, right? Wow,
that's
this
right.
is nice.
Yeah. So there's gradual purification of the senses, of
Mm.
the consciousness.
Makes more sense, right?
Yeah,
Makes more sense to understand it in a better way. Yes.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Mm. Okay. And also, there's another thing that, when our family members initially they may say what you're doing, you're in fact, because they may get concerned why you're getting into devotional service. But when they will see a change in you, because if we keep fighting with them, then they're like, for what are you doing this, Or keeping fighting, arguing. They're like, what are you doing? Leave all this. But if they will see a change that how we are giving up anger, giving up, all the baser qualities, how we are gradually uh, coming more to the platform of goodness, actually. How we are gradually getting better and better. then they will also begin to notice, oh, the more they see us being peaceful, more satisfied, then the more they will understand, this, oh, it really works. It really works, so I should not disturb them. Because initially, if they see arguments or getting upset, they'll say like, what's the point, how is it helping you in any way? But if you can show them how it is actually helping, then that goes a long way. How you're becoming more clean in the habits, how you're being more peaceful. Is that okay? Yeah. Well, hope so. So we'll stop here. Okay. Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada
Jai,
ki jai, Gaur
Jai,
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare
Jai.
Krishna.